All right, hello CCO Nation. I'm here with part two of our composer series, introducing all the composers for our upcoming concert in June. I am here with none other than Ben Hjertmann. Say hi, Ben.
Hello.
And just to kick things off for us, Ben, tell us a little bit about yourself as a composer, your life in Chicago.
I'm from rural Illinois, home state, Byron, Illinois. And I came to Chicago in '07 to go to Northwestern, where I am still. So I live up on the north side now in Rogers Park and commute into Evanston to go to Northwestern. My life as a composer has been fun and short. I've never written for orchestra. Well, I've written for student orchestra, but this is my first real orchestra piece, so I'm really excited about that.
Excellent, excellent. Now, what's the title again of your piece that we'll be playing?
Yeah, it's called The Corvid History of Light. Corvid is the family of birds that refers to ravens and crows.
Tell us a little bit about the process of composing the piece and kind of what inspired you and how this piece came to be.
Sure. Yeah, it's actually sort of a long nonlinear process. I'm sure that's true for most composers, but this piece started in the north woods of Wisconsin near Hayward on a frozen lake where it happened to be the winter solstice, so the shortest day of the year, and also it was a partial lunar eclipse or a full lunar eclipse, don't remember. But I had been thinking a lot about this piece and hadn't started it yet. And as sitting out on this lake, the snow's coming down. It was actually strangely warm, kind of a strangely bright night, and just had a sort of an assault of compositional ideas for orchestra. Since I've never had the chance to do it, I'm used to working with just a few instruments at a time. I had all these different ideas flying in about, all these super fast pizzicatos and these really, really loud piano chords and all of these things, and didn't have a paper or anything to write them down, so just kind of had all these ideas at once, and then pretty much nothing for a while. And as I looked back on it, especially with regard to naming the piece, I had been reading about the traditional role of the raven in some Native American cultures and also, European folklore, etc., that the raven is often associated with creation and with, obviously, darkness or blackness. And a lot of that in this imagery has to do with the raven going into darkness, or, for example, the longest day or the shortest day of the year, going into darkness, times of all dreams and like this rush of ideas, and then coming back out. And so the process, described in those stories is the raven going into darkness and bringing light to civilization, or creating civilization, something like that. So the reason I associated that with this piece is that this long process of going from that original moment of this onslaught of ideas to actually distilling them into a piece of music was this circuitous path that kind of took me through all sorts of different ways of looking at this piece, and came out on the other end, and I'm really happy with it. But so that title describes more of the process of hearing and creating this piece, more so than specific representation in the piece or anything like that.
All right, parting question for you. What is your number one most recommended restaurant in Chicago?
Thai Spice.
Thai Spice.
Thai Spice on Devon.
Awesome. We'll spread the word on Thai Spice and your music. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Ben Hjertmann. I'm Brian Baxter again. Tune in for part 3 next week.